I'm so glad that we're together. I'm so glad you're near. It's good when friends are together. I'm so glad I'm here. Welcome to the workshop, welcome, welcome to my special friend. I'm so happy and delighted you are near today. I'm so glad you came to visit. I'm so glad I am here. It's going to be a really good day, all because you're near. I'm so glad that we can be friends, learn together, grow together, talk together, sing together, a song or maybe two. 1, 2. I'm so glad you came to visit. I'm so glad I'm here. It's going to be a really good day, all because you're near. And I'm glad we're back together today. In fact, do you notice anything different about the way I'm dressed? Well, these are my day off clothes. Today is my day off work, and I thought we could go to the seashore. Have you ever built a sandcastle? I thought maybe we could do that today. I think I have everything we need here over by the table. But first, I'm wearing good shoes. What color are my shoes? Brown. Can you see my belt? What color is my belt? Right. It's brown also. Normally, when I wear brown footwear, I guess it's called footwear because it's something that you wear on your feet. Shoes are something you wear on your feet. But normally when I wear brown shoes or brown footwear, I'll wear a brown belt. And when I wear black shoes, black footwear, I'll wear a black belt. So with that in mind, what should I wear to the seashore today? Should I wear these black tennis shoes? Or should I wear these brown sandals? With that in mind, I should wear these brown sandals. Let me put these sandals on and take off my good shoes. These sandals have Velcro. Do you wear shoes that tie, or do you wear shoes with Velcro? Well, whichever you wear, I hope you enjoy wearing them. It took me a long time to learn to tie and untie my shoes. But with practice, I got good at it. But it took lots of practice. There we go. 2 brown sandals. Now let's go get everything that we'll need to take to the seashore for building sandcastles. That's why I brought this bag. I thought we could fill it up with things that we need to build sandcastles. Let's go over to the table. Come on. Yes, I have these paper and plastic cups that I thought we could use. And these smaller ones, these were going to be thrown out, but I washed them and I dried them and I put them away for a special time like today. We'll take these paper tubes also. We've played with these before. We'll try them at the beach as well. I don't know if they'll work, but we can try. And a young friend of mine gave me some strawberries, and the strawberries came in this paper carton. I'd like to try this paper carton and see if it would make a sandcastle as well. I also have some fancy plastic sand toys. I thought we could bring these plastic fancy toys also. If you don't have fancy toys like that, like these, that's fine, because these toys will work just as well. You do not need fancy things to play with. You do not need fancy things to have fun. A paper cup can build a castle. A wooden block can be a car. It's a matter of using the things you have already. The fun in play is always the playing. It's never about the things that you possess. You do not need fancy things that lose their sparkle. The only fancy thing you need is you. You do not need fancy things to play with. You do not need fancy things to have fun. A worn out sock can be a puppet, a bottle cap, a snowman's nose. It's a matter of using the things you have already. The fun in play is always the playing. It's never about the things that you possess. You do not need fancy things that lose their sparkle. The only fancy thing you need is you. And that's true. The only fancy thing you need is you. You and your fancy ideas. Well, our bag is already packed and ready for the seashore. So what do you say you and I go build a sandcastle together? Are you ready? Come on. I think this might be a good place to build a sandcastle. What do you say? Let's see what we have in our bag. Let's see, we have our paper tubes. Not sure how they'll work, but we'll try them. And this carton that strawberries came in. And then we have a variety of little cups. We'll try those as well. These 2 cups. Straw. It's kind of windy today, so I don't want those to blow away. I did want to say, if you're playing with fancy toys and they come in a plastic knit bag like this bag, it's important that when you leave the beach that you put your fancy toys back in the bag that they came in. If this bag gets left on the beach, and if this were to get into the ocean, fish could get tangled in this net and it could really hurt the animals that live on the beach, because this beach is home to so many creatures. So if you bring toys like this to the beach, or plastic bags of any kind to the beach, it's important that you take them with you. And the same goes with the toys that we're playing with. You wouldn't want to leave these on the beach. We'll take these when we go. Straws and plastic cups are not good to leave on the beach. This isn't a place to put trash. This is a place to enjoy. It's also the home to other creatures, and we want to protect their home. But let's see if we can build a sandcastle, you and I together. I want to try this. I want to see if this will work. So I've never tried a strawberry carton before. And strawberries came in this. Do you like strawberries? I love strawberries. Let's see if this will build a sandcastle. Oh, look at that. It did. Let's see if we can use one of our other cups. Again, you don't need fancy toys. No. Things that you have lying around your home work just as well. Look at that. I bet the yellow cup will work just as well. Oh, it does. I like the design on this cup. Let's try this cup. Oh, isn't that neat? Love that. Let's see, let's try the smaller cup. I wonder if I can put this on top of this. Let's see. Oh, it worked. Let's see, I want to try this big cup. Maybe we could put a big tower right here. Isn't that wonderful? So many amazing things we can do in this life and enjoy. Let's use this straw as a flagpole. Let's see if it will go right in the top here. Oh, look at that, it did. Now, I've never used a paper tube before. I don't know if that will work or not. No, that fell down, didn't it? But there are other things we could do with it. We could let the sand go through the tube. Or the tube could be a car, and the car could drive right up to the castle. There's so many ways to use your imagination and pretend. In fact, why don't we have some of our fantasy play? We don't have to be back at the workshop to do that. We don't need our fancy toys to pretend. No. I mean, today we're just using regular plastic cups and paper cups to build a sandcastle and paper tubes and using our imagination. Why don't we have some of our fantasy play? Why don't we pretend that Audrey and Lenny are building a sandcastle on the shore near Audrey's lighthouse? And why don't we pretend that one of their friends comes along and maybe gets so excited about the sandcastle that the friend knocks the sandcastle down? Let's pretend about that now.
Audrey, thank you for inviting me over to build sandcastles today.
I love to build sandcastles. When I'm not working at the lighthouse, I'm right here on the shore building sandcastles.
I understand, Audrey. It's relaxing.
Yes, and it really helps me focus.
I'm gonna run get another pail of water to make this sand sticky.
Okay, Lenny, I'm gonna keep working on this side.
I'm gonna make this tower a little higher.
I think I'm about through on my side. Can I help you?
Thank you, Audrey. Yes, I'd love some help. Wow, Lenny and Audrey are building a sandcastle. I think I'll join them. I love to build sandcastles. It's even more fun when friends build sandcastles together. I'll run up and yell, "It is I, Boo! Boo Caribou!"
Lenny, I need to get my camera. No one will ever believe we built this grand sandcastle.
I know, right? Let me put this last bit of sand around the window. Ha! It is I, Boo!
Lenny, are you okay? Now, Boo, why did you scare Lenny? That wasn't very nice.
I did not mean to.
Yes, you did. I heard you say Boo.
No, I said it is I, Boo. I was going to then say Caribou, but Lenny jumped and it gets a little fuzzy after that. Audrey, it's okay. I believe Boo. I think he was so excited about what we were doing that he forgot to calm down and announce himself calmly.
I don't care. We worked hard all morning, and Boo comes out and knocks down our sandcastle before I even get to take a picture with it.
Actually, Boo startled me and made me knock down the sandcastle. You should be mad at me for knocking it down, not Boo.
No, Lenny, it was Boo's fault. I blame Boo.
Audrey, you have every right to be angry at me.
I do?
Yes, I saw you and Lenny working on the sandcastle, and I got so excited that I ran over because I wanted to help you build it. I was so excited by the time I reached the shore that I did kind of pop up out of nowhere and startle Lenny. I should have yelled out over there and got your attention. Then I should have approached you guys slowly and calmly.
Audrey, it sounds like Boo learned his lesson. Let's let him help us build the sandcastle back.
Well, I don't know.
Please, Audrey.
Well, I guess we were just as excited this morning, Lenny. We too stormed out here on the shore with our buckets, cups, and sand toys.
That's right, Audrey. In fact, you outran me to get to this spot first. Did you ever look and see if anyone else was around on the shore?
Oh, no, I did not. I could have done the same thing to someone else.
Yes, Audrey, we both could have. We ran out here quickly.
Still, we did not knock down anyone's sandcastle.
No, but that doesn't mean we cannot offer Boo our forgiveness and let him help us make the castle again.
Please, Audrey. Will you forgive me? Please?
I forgive you, Boo. Just be more careful next time.
Thank you, Lenny. I will.
I forgive you too, Boo. I'm still angry because I didn't get to take a picture. I have a scrapbook with a picture of every sandcastle I've ever built. All except this one, that is.
I'll make it up to you somehow. But right now, can I help you rebuild this castle? Please?
Yes, let's build a new castle.
I agree. Let's build a new sandcastle.
Here's to a new start. I'll get some water in this pail.
I'll join you.
And I'll start mounding up the sand.
So Boo came along and startled Lenny and caused Lenny to fall into the sandcastle, and the sandcastle fell. I don't think the friends were very happy about that at first, but they understood that Boo was just excited and out of control of his feelings. And they forgave him, and then they let him help them rebuild their sandcastle. There's a lot of freedom in forgiveness. There's a lot of freedom in allowing someone to come in and help you do what you were doing. I'm glad the friends could work their problem out. I tell you what, I have an idea for a project, and I picked up a couple of seashells that I think I'd like to use when we get back to the workshop. Come on, let's go back. First, let me put on my apron. The craft idea that I have to do with the seashells that are in our bag involve paint. And while these are my day off clothes, they are still good clothes. And I want to take good care of these clothes. I don't want to get paint on my good clothes. That's why I wear aprons so much of the time. I want to protect my good clothes so that I don't get paint or glue or any of the other things that we work with on my clothes. It's good to take care of the things that you have. Absolutely. Well, let's take our sand toys and the seashells that I picked up over to the table. Come on. Here are our seashells that we brought back from the seashore. And I'll put our bag right in here. Also, I want to use this old piece of cardboard because we're going to paint. And I don't want to get paint on the tabletop. I want to take good care of our table. Even though this is a workshop, I like to take good care of the things that we have here. So we will paint on this piece of cardboard. We'll also need our craft bag. Let me get our craft bag. All right, so inside the craft bag today, we have a towel because the seashells still have some sand on them from the seashore. Can you see the sand on the seashells? Need to get that off. Let's see if we can use the towel to get the sand off. There we go. Yeah. All right. And I tell you what, I have a trash can right over here. Let me rake that off in the trash can. There we go. And I'll wipe the sand off of our table. Put the towel to the side. We'll also need water. And I have a small cup of water right here that I brought by the workshop earlier, because I thought we might do this surprise if I could find, or do this craft if I could find the right shells. And for today's project, I want some purple paint and some yellow paint. What I want to make is a fish. This big seashell is going to be the fish's body, and these smaller seashells will be the fins of the fish. And I'd like to paint the body of the fish purple and the fins yellow. That will give nice contrast. Good contrast of colors. So I'll put some purple paint, just a little, because we don't need much and we don't want to waste what we have. And just a little yellow. Okay. Now, let's paint the body of our fish purple. Might even want to do a totally different color. Absolutely. You might want to use different kinds of seashells, and that's fine. Now, I'm going to use our yellow paint to paint our smaller shells, the ones that will be the fins of the fish. We need to wait for this to dry before we do anything else. What is something that we could do while we wait? I know. Let's sing a song. I like you 'cause you're you. I like you are. There's simply no one like you. And I like you 'cause you're you. There's no one quite like you. An original creation. And in 1,000 years or two, there'll be no other like you. I like you 'cause you're you. Your mom and dad might look like you, your brother, sister, cousin too. When you take a closer look, you'll see that they're not quite like you. Guess what? I like you 'cause you're you. I like you 'cause you're you. I like you are. There's simply no one like you. And I like you 'cause you're you. I do like you just because you're you. Let's see if our paint has dried. Oh. Yes, it has. Now we can glue on the fins of our fish, and we can glue on our Google eye. Let's see, there's a little bit of dried glue on there from where we used it before. Now I thought this small seashell could be the fin on the side of the fish. And we'll put just a little bit of glue on this small shell. And we'll put it about midways of our fish. Now, if you do this project at home, you may decide that you want this to be the back of your fish and this to be the front. And that's okay too. Everybody's different, everybody's unique, and everybody will do this project a little differently. All right. And our fish has an eye. And it looks a lot like a fish. It really does. But before we can pick this up, the glue is going to have to dry really well. I'll leave this here on the table for next time we're together. It's about time for me to clean up. I've got to get home to Mrs. Hartman. She and I have special plans tonight. Do the adults in your home sometimes have special times together? Well, that's important time. Adults need time with other adults, just like children need time with other children. Sure. Sometimes children want their moms or dads or grandmothers or grandfathers all the time, but it shows that you are growing on the inside when you can share them with other people. You know when we'll share more time together? That's right, next time. Let me put our craft bag away and our towel. I'll come back another time to get the water and the paintbrush, and I'll clean it properly. And we'll come back for our fish. Oh, and this little piece of dried glue. I'll throw it in our trash can. There we go. We'll leave this fish here and we'll see it all dried and ready to go next time. Come on. Next time, I will see you next time. We will be together next time. We'll sing a song or two or three. We'll sing it strong and merrily. Next time, when we're together next time. Next time, I will see you next time. We will work together next time. We'll talk together openly about important things we see. Next time, when we're together next time. And just like there will never be another day exactly like today, there will never be another person exactly like you. Remember, I like you because you are you. I like you are. There's simply no one like you. And I like you because you are you. See you next time.